a lot of habit. It's quite clear in this case that it came across through animals.
You're a liar.
Almost all our
What
diseases, like HIV, crossed over from chimpanzees in Africa quite some time ago. Ebola came from bats.
Watch him cross his arms.
This also, with one step in between, came from bats. So it's going to keep happening, particularly with climate change, where we're invading a lot of habit. It's quite clear in this case that it came across through
It's quite clear that
animals.
you're a moron.
Almost all our diseases, like HIV, crossed over from chimpanzees in Africa quite some time ago. Ebola came from bats. This also, with one step in between, came from bats. So it's going to keep happening, particularly with climate change.
Bats, you mean in Wuhan, China?
A lot of habit.
At the Wuhan Institute, where your company, Purebred Industries, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, is part owner or at least a large financial contributor. You mean that shit?
This also, with one step in between, came
the one step in between. You mean at the Wuhan Institute?
You fucking asshole. Climate change, where we're invading a lot of habit.
That's it. Climate change.
It's quite clear in this case that it
got
came
fucking
across through
COVID. Okay,
animals.
great, asshole.
Almost all.
Hey everybody, Angry Canadian here. Anyway, quick little note. I was just watching this video. That fucking asshole Bill Gates. Lying sack of shit. It's funny as hell. Because about an hour ago, I'd watched this video with Dr. Redfield. He's the head of the CDC for the United States of America, Center for Disease Control. In fact, this guy's got a 40-year history in virology, immunology, all that shit. It was 20 years experience, medical shit with the American Armed Forces. And in fact, this guy's so fucking good that Joe Biden, when he took office in 2021, in January 2021, he asked Dr. Redfield if he wouldn't mind heading up the United States task force on COVID-19. So that's how fucking prominent this dude is. And I watched a video of him saying 100% came from Wuhan lab leak. There's no other determination. They checked a couple of hypotheses and shit like that. It's a great video. So he's testifying actually right now in March of 2023. Here we are, I don't know, the 23rd, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, some shit like that of March. And he's testifying. And that's what he says. He says, yeah, it fucking came from the Wuhan lab leak. It's 100%, no big deal. That's what it is. They determined that shit. And this video I just seen a couple of minutes ago, a piece of shit, Bill Gates, man. Fucking asshole. He invested $55 million in Pfizer BioNTech stock just before the pandemic hit. Woo, no shit. And then anyways, he made $550 million on his in 2 years on his $55 million investment because of COVID and the vaccine. Anyway, I watched this piece of shit lying because I'm a poker player and I watched him. He's got some tells and the piece of shit's lying. Watch him fold his arms anyway. And he's lying like a piece of fucking shit. And then you just watch Dr. Redfield contradict everything that loser Bill Gates says. And that piece of shit, Bill Gates, actually has 0 medical degrees or anything. So fuck. I don't know, buddy. I think you should stick to computers, asshole. But anyway, listen to what Dr. Redfield has to say. This is fucked up.
Based on my initial analysis of the data, I came to believe, and I still believe today, that it indicates that COVID-19 more likely was the result of an accidental lab leak than a result of a natural spillover event. This conclusion is based primarily on the biology of the virus itself, including the rapid high infectivity for human-to-human transmission, which would then predict rapid evolution of new variants, as well as a number of other important factors, which also include the unusual actions in and around Wuhan in the fall of 2019, all of which I'm happy to discuss today. Even given the information that surfaced in the 3 years since the COVID-19 pandemic began, some have contended that there's really no point in investigating the origin of this virus. I strongly disagree. There is a global need to know what we are dealing with in COVID virus because it affects how we approach the problem to try to prevent the next pandemic. The understanding of the origin of COVID is critical to future science research, particularly as it affects ongoing ethical debate around gain-of-function research. Gain-of-function research has long been controversial within the scientific community. In my own opinion, COVID-19 pandemic presents a case study on the potential dangers of such research. While many believe that gain-of-function research is critical to get ahead of viruses by developing vaccines, in this case, I believe it was the exact opposite.